Deep underground, 3 stories beneath Egypt's Temple of Hathor, is a sealed stone crypt hidden from the public for over a century. Carved into the limestone walls around 50 BC is a relief that sparked a massive debate. To a growing online community, this image is a literal depiction of ancient electrical technology. To understand why, look at this. This is a Crookes tube, a 19th century gas discharge device used by early physicists to study electricity. Devices like these require a specialized industrial environment, an understanding of vacuum seals, and decades of accumulated scientific knowledge. If the Egyptian carving depicts a functional electrical device, our accepted timeline of human progress is wrong by about 2,000 years. This diagram overlays a modern gas tube onto the ancient carving. Its dimensions match the optimal ratio for a stable electrical discharge. Follow the layout. There's an internal filament, a braided power cable, and a jet pillar acting as an insulator. Even the small figures supporting the bulb appear to be holding it, with their hands in the specific safety postures modern technicians use to handle high-voltage glass equipment. Proponents of the theory also point to the environment itself. They argue that deep Egyptian tombs lack the thick layers of soot that burning torches or oil lamps would leave behind on the ceilings. They also cite artifacts like the Baghdad battery, a clay jar containing a copper cylinder and iron rod, as circumstantial evidence of ancient electrochemistry. When you stack these physical similarities next to the environmental mysteries, you get a highly convincing puzzle that seems to point straight to ancient electricity. To see what's happening, look past 19th century assumptions and examine the carving's original setting, the Dendera crypt, covered in hieroglyphs. Look closely at that glowing filament. It has eyes and a mouth. It's a snake. And the electrical socket is actually a lotus flower. To the ancient Egyptians, the lotus, sinking underwater at night and blooming every morning, symbolized creation. The snake inside represents the god Harsamptis, emerging from the primordial waters. The priests provided the contexts themselves. The hieroglyphs surrounding the relief serve as a direct, written manual for the image. The translated texts explicitly describe the religious rituals and the journey the deceased must take to reach the afterlife. This crypt imagery serves as a symbolic guide for conquering death. The supporting evidence for the electrical theory also falls apart under scrutiny, starting with the claim about the missing soot. Egyptologists have documented massive soot deposits across multiple structures. The ceilings inside the Red Pyramid of Dashur, for instance, are blackened by ancient smoke. We also have surviving administrative logs from the temple sites that specifically record the daily distribution of oil wick lamps to the construction workers. As for the Baghdad battery, modern testing shows it produces roughly 1 volt. Since gas discharge tubes require thousands of volts to ionize gas and create light, these small clay jars could never power the system seen in the relief. When the supporting myths of missing soot and ancient batteries collapse, the Dendera Light theory is left with nothing but a visual resemblance. This timeline visualizes the psychological concept of anachronism. For thousands of years, nobody looked at the Dendera crypt and saw a light bulb. It was only after the 1870s, when modern society invented gas discharge tubes, that we started projecting our new technology backward onto the past. Human pattern recognition is extremely powerful. We are hardwired to look at unfamiliar religious iconography and map it onto the tools we interact with every day, creating an optical illusion. 19th century explorers often viewed ancient cultures through the lens of their own industrial revolution. Today, the internet age does the exact same thing, projecting sci-fi technology and lost power grids onto ancient art. Seeing a light bulb carved into the walls of Dendera says quite a bit about our modern biases, but it tells us almost nothing about ancient Egyptian engineering capabilities. Stripping away the alien and lost technology theories does not diminish what the builders achieved. They engineered a visual language and architecture that continues to captivate the human imagination millennia later. When we encounter viral claims about history, we have to look past the surface-level visual coincidences and demand the original cultural context. The Dendera relief remains a masterfully crafted blueprint for eternity.